All right, y'all. We are going to get right into it. This is our 2025 Panini Prizm Baseball 2-box break random team number 1. We have Rayo with the Mets, Barnesia with the Cubs, A27 with the Padres. Via trade, we have DJ Jones with the Red Sox, A27 with the Tigers, Tyler with the Twins, Game Time with the Angels, Kuma with the Pirates, and via trade, Kremen with the Cardinals, Furhan with the Rays, Mario with the Brewers, RT with the White Sox, Furhan with the Orioles, Asuke with the Phillies, G. Plather with the Braves, Justin with the Nationals, Akers with the Reds, Digson with the Blue Jays, Kumatan with the Mariners, Akers with the Marlins, Furhan with the Guardians, K. Fox with the A's, Furhan with the Rangers, Gabriel with the D-backs, A27 with the Royals, Rufus with the Rockies, G. Plather with the Dodgers, Mizu Jeff with the Yankees, King Jr. with the Giants, and John Boy with the Astros. Good luck, y'all. Just as a quick reminder, we do have another break coming up right after this. We need to get some stuff moving there. I've actually just discounted everything, so I'm just going to throw it in the chat one more time in case it got buried a little bit, and then I promise we'll get to ripping here. Okay, thanks, Deanna. Appreciate you. I'll after this break, I'll check on that and make sure that that they got it and things are looking good there. But the team's usually pretty good on that. But I like I said, after this break, I'll double check and see, make sure you're taken care of there. Appreciate you checking in, and we'll get right into this, guys. It's getting a little bit chilly, so before we get into this, fall is upon us. Fall is upon us. All right, let's go. And don't forget to vote on our poll. So far, we have a resounding number of folks that think LeBron will, in fact, retire in LA. Currently, we're sitting at 14 votes. Oh, looks like we have a number of people chiming, clapping back and saying no. Saying no. Okay. 79% of you, though, still say yes out of the 14 votes. That is our poll of the day. Try to keep them somewhat sports related on those polls. I just found out, actually, today, I just learned as I was kind of messing around with it this morning that it doesn't have to be a yes or no. I can actually input some different options for answers. So maybe tomorrow, since it's Friday, we'll do like a couple of different options. More people seem to be voting on the polls. So yesterday I think we had 15. Today we'll probably get up to like 20. So maybe we can do a multiple choice one there tomorrow. Try to keep them exciting. something a little bit fun and sports related with the main break that we'll be doing. All right, let's go. First box. Smoltz. Whitey Ford. And we have an auto. Buster Posey, Giants. Very nice. Buster Posey, Giants. Very nice. He's now in that GM kind of role there, so. But mainstay for the Giants. Sweet card. Nice hit, Giants. Buster Posey. It's my team right there. That's my guy. I like it. I like it. Killer hit. Killer hit there, guys. Nice. Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas. That is numbered actually too to 499 for the A's. Frank Thomas. Just because I like Posey so much, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to throw it up here. I'm proud of that. Proud of that hit. I like Posey. He's my guy. He's my guy. A little bit of glare there. Let's fix that. There we go. There we go. Posey. And we got Pujols. Pujols. Cardinals. Nice. Non-numbered. Fireworks. Ryan Waldschmidt. A little bit more base. Paul Konerko. Paul Konerko out of 149. That is going to be LA. I believe that's, from what I gathered yesterday, I believe that's Dodgers. Yeah, Dodgers. Konerko. Yadier. And we got a Dingers. Dingers. Roman Anthony on the Dingers. That is a non-numbered one, but nice nonetheless. Boston Red Sox. Will Wagner, rookie card, Blue Jays. That's going to be numbered out of 299. We have an auto coming up right after that, too. I just got a glimpse. Just got a glimpse of that. Probably already saw it, but spoiler alert, auto is coming up next. And we have a sensational auto. Jace Borafin. Jace Borafin. Sensational auto. Another Blue Jays. Back-to-back Blue Jays. Sensational signatures autograph. Blue Jays are coming up as of late. Nice. Toronto. And we got the Talisman. Talisman. Jack Leader. And this will be numbered to 499, I believe. Paul Molitor, 499. Out of 499. That is Toronto again. Wow, Toronto is hitting. Jack Leader, Texas. And a Fireworks, James Wood. Nice. And we got Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson, the big unit. The big unit. New York. Interesting that he would be for New York. Big unit out of 199. Yankees. Brady Sizemore. Cleveland. Brady Sizemore, Cleveland. 27 out of 49. Nice hit for Cleveland. Nice hit for Cleveland. 27 out of 49. Talisman. Bryce Rayner. Zach Veen. Jeff Bagwell. Adam Jones. And out of 499, Benito Santiago. Giants. Lazaro Montes. Montgomery. Just make sure that's not numbered there. Yeah, okay. Montgomery on the prismatic. Chicago White Sox. Ken Griffey Jr. or Sr. Bazana. Joe Torre. We got Smoltz. A little Smoltz action. John Smoltz out of 299. That's going to be going to the Braves of Atlanta. Atlanta Braves, John Smoltz. Braves. Austin Wells. New York Yankees. Austin Wells. And we got a Dingers. Vance Honeycutt. I believe this one is going to be numbered. Looks like it's got that extra sheen to it there. That is going to be numbered out of 199. Vance Honeycutt. Baltimore Orioles on the Dingers. Very nice. Campanella. Out of 499, Ethan Salas. Padres. Fireworks, Brett Loader. And we got Joe Torre. Joe Torre. And we got an auto coming up right after it, too. This is Joe Torre out of 99. Very nice. Nice hit. Little throwback on the Joe Torre out of 99. That's going to be Atlanta Braves. Out of 99, 27 out of 99. And we got Justin Rayner. Justin Raymer on the sensational signatures. That is going to be going to Boston, the Red Sox. That is going to the Red Sox. And that is also numbered out of 199. Justin Rayner. Red Sox 199 on the auto. And we got a Dingers. Hideki Matsui. That is a non-numbered Dingers. Hideki Matsui. Yankees. Dason Hill. That is going to be going to Minnesota. The Twinkies. Dason Hill. That is going to be numbered to 199. 146 out of 199. Oh, and all. Got a little talisman. Bryce Eldridge. Ethan Salas. And Luis Baez. Going to the Astros out of 499. Enrique Bradfield Jr. Enrique Bradfield Jr., Baltimore Orioles. Prismatic. Billy Martin. And Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco, little throwback. That's going to be the Rangers on this one. Texas Rangers, Jose Canseco. Out of 149. 125 out of 149. Very nice. Some nice hits for your little $9.99 special there. Cannot complain. Nick Kurtz on the fireworks. Rookie card, Nick Kurtz, A's. Nice. Pedro Martinez. And that will close out this first box. We'll get right into the second one here. Check this orders here. On a display. Getting a little bit of movement in that next break. 28. All right, got to get moving on that next break too, guys. We're down to 28 there. Got to make some moves. Let's get it going on that break. This is our second box of the random team here. We'll get right into it. Some good hits so far. Some good hits so far. Good hits so far. Hopefully we'll continue the streak here. Keep it alive. This one is very much sealed. Very much sealed here. Very much sealed on that one. And if you get a chance, check out our poll as well. Check out our poll. We do have a poll there. Check that out. Gosh, some of these are early sealed there. Some of these are very much sealed. y'all. All right. We're about to get into this break. I already see some interesting color in there, so I'm excited on this one. A little bit excited there. A little bit excited, not going to lie. Not going to lie. All right, let's go. And Thomas Harrington, excuse me. Thomas Harrington out of $4.99. That's going to be to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Ricky Tiedemann. Talisman, Ethan Salas, Padres. Tejada. Whitey Ford. Pujols. Joe Sewell. Chase Davis, St. Louis. And we got an auto coming up here. Boom, Boston Bateman. That Chase Davis is also out of $9.99. I gotta top load that here. Chase Davis for the Cardinals is out of $99. So we're gonna top load that. 12 out of 99. And then we do have this sensational auto. Boston Bateman, San Diego Padres. Sensational signatures. And I believe that's going to be numbered here as well. That is numbered 79 out of 99 on the sensational autos. Boston Bateman. Cam Community Fireworks. They're beating down my door. And we got Miguel Cabrera. Going to Detroit. Tigers. Miguel Cabrera. Nice. That is going to be out of $199. Detroit Tigers. Talisman, Jacob Wilson. Owen Hall. Randy Johnson, the big unit. Out of $4.99, Spencer Jones. New York. Spencer Jones. Connor Norby. Miami, the Marlins. Non-numbered. Prismatic, Christian Campbell, rookie card. Bronson Arroyo, Boston, Red Sox. Red Sox with a nice break. That is out of $2.99. Fireworks, Cam Smith, rookie card. Got some kind of mojo in here. I can feel it. And Ben Hess, New York Yankees out of $4.99. We got Andy Pettitte, another Yankee. Andy Pettitte, Yankee. And we got Ken Griffey Jr. on the dingers. Ken Griffey Jr. dingers to Seattle. Believe that one's going to be numbered. It looks a little bit extra shiny here. Looks a little bit extra shiny on this one. And yes, that's going to be out of 199. Number 6 out of 199. Ken Griffey Jr., Seattle. Dingers. Nice. Nice hit, Seattle. Cecil Fielder. Oh, looks like we got an auto there. Go ahead and throw a little blocker there. Don Drysdale. Don Drysdale, LA. Looks like it's going to be the Dodgers on that one. Don Drysdale, little throwback. That is out of 149. Brock Wilken. Vance Honeycutt. I think that's his second dingers. Second dingers for Vance Honeycutt. Baltimore Orioles. Yogi Berra, little throwback. And Miguel Tejada. Miguel Tejada. That one is out of 299. And we do have an auto coming up right off the bat here. No pun intended since it's baseball. Right off the bat. Boom! Aiden Smith, Tampa Bay Rays. Aiden Smith, Tampa Bay Rays on the sensational signatures. I believe that's also going to be out of $4.99, so numbered as well. We'll find out here in just a second. That is actually out of $1.99. $1.99. Aiden Smith, sensational signatures. Tampa Bay Rays, nice. Talisman. Jace Jung, Detroit. And Wyatt Sanford, Pittsburgh Pirates out of $4.99. Brooks Lee. Kyle Teal on the Prismatic. So we got a little green color coming up here. James Tibbs, the third. San Francisco Giants. James Tibbs, the third. I believe these greens are out of 75? 75 or 25? I think it's 75. Pretty sure these greens are out of 75. Yes, 64 out of 75. James Tibbs, the third. Giants. Nice. And we got Adam Jones. Adam Jones. Baltimore. Fireworks. Cole Young. Ty Cobb. Christy Mathewson. Little throwback. Christy Mathewson. Out of 199. Pee Wee Reese. Okay. Brooklyn. That will be, let me just double check on that one. I believe it's the Dodgers, Brooklyn. Pee Wee Reese, Dodgers. Yep, that is Dodgers. I'll set that aside so we know. Manny Ramirez on the dingers. Manny Ramirez dingers. Braden Taylor. should have another auto, I believe, coming up here. Don Mattingly, Sammy Sosa, and there it is. There it is. Enrique Bradfield Jr., sensational signatures. That is going to be Baltimore, the Orioles. The Orioles of Baltimore. Enrique Bradfield Jr. Jared Thomas, Rockies out of $4.99. Theo Gillen. I think it's non-numbered there. Yep. Tampa Bay Rays. Nick Kurtz, Talisman. Andy Pettit. And Tony Perez. That'll take us out. Appreciate y'all joining in. We'll do a quick recap here of that break. Enrique Bradfield, Christy Mathewson, James Tibbs, Aiden Smith, Miguel Tejada, Don Drysdale, Ken Griffey Jr. on the dingers, Bronson Arroyo, Miguel Cabrera, Boston Bateman auto, Padres, Chase Davis, St. Louis, Jose Canseco, Dason Hill, Justin Reamer on the numbered auto, Joe Torre, Atlanta Braves, Vance Honeycutt on the dingers, numbered, John Smoltz, Braves, Brady Sizemore, Randy Johnson, the big unit, Paul Molitor, Jace Borafin on the sensational signatures auto, Will Wagner, Paul Konerko, Frank Thomas, and your boy from the Bay, Buster Posey. Buster Posey, Giants. Very nice. All right, thanks y'all for tuning in. More breaks coming your way. We do have a basketball break that we really, really need to get moving on, guys. Really, really need to get moving. I'm behind the 8 ball on that one, so if you don't mind jumping in and making some things happen, be much appreciated. Dennis, thanks for the kind words. And yeah, that Boston did hit pretty decently there in that break. So nice little trade you gave away there. But you know, we do things for other reasons than just the big hits. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get into our next break. Coming up is going to be this one right here. Y'all can see in front of me. We have 5 boxes of Panini Prizm counter. Good deals on these. If you want to do any bundles, let me know. I'm happy to make any kind of moves on that one. Happy to make any kind of moves, any bundles. So far, our poll, we have 17 votes, is a resounding 76% that LeBron will stay in LA. 76% of you say yes. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, y'all. I'm going to throw up the menu just so you can see where we're at. Got to get this stuff going here. Got to get it going.